palaces and carrying on like a madman, right? Well, anyway, going forward, the people start to complain again, but they want water. And God said to Moses, he said, Moses, speak to the rock. All right? And Moses took his stick and hit the rock twice. The water came out, but now you're going to see how spirits divert destiny. This man was dealing all along with a spirit of anger, even though he was gifted with a spirit of humility. I want you to hear me. As a result of him not being aware that there was a spirit, okay, on him that is fighting against the will of God, because the spirit of humility, it was that was supposed to give him the patience and the humility that despite the complaining of Israel, he's supposed to ignore that because of the spirit of humility on him and keep pressing forward with the will of God. But he wasn't aware, even though it was displaying itself, he probably just figured him just flying off the handle, not knowing it was a spirit. And this spirit would have cost him in the end. So anyway, God told him to hit the rock, speak to the rock. And what he did is he struck the rock twice. God says, because of this, remember, let's go back over the facts. Who did God call to take the children of Israel from Egyptian bondage and lead them into the promised land? Mr. Moses. Who did God give the spirit of meekness to? Mr. Moses. Who did God call to present the Torah, the 12 books, the 5 first books of the Bible? Mr. Moses. Who did God prophesy would be the person that will deliver the children of Israel? Mr. Moses. Hundreds of years before he came on the earth. So there's no mistake here that he is called by God, just like you. You are called to do a specific thing. But there's something overshadowing you that you're not aware of. In fact, you cannot even see it. But its design is to divert you from your destiny. Mighty God. Boy, somebody need to hear this today. Somebody need to hear this today. I'm feeling this right now. There's someone, there's something, or even whom you are connected to, even your own family, that the enemy will use to divert you from what you are called to be, to do, from what you are called to be a part of. Unfortunately, and our disadvantage, you can't see it. No, you cannot see it. You cannot see the controlling spirit. You cannot see the spirit of lust. You cannot see the spirit of anger. You cannot see the spirit of impatience. But these spirits will cause you your God-ordained destiny. I'm trying to help you. Oh, we ain't getting started yet. So Moses in his disobedience, rather than speaking to the rock, he struck the rock. And God said, the same God that called him before the foundation of the world, he says, because you have done this thing and disobeyed me. The same God who was about to wipe out the children of Israel, and Moses had to intervene. He says, because you have done this, you will not step foot in that promised land. Don't mind me. Try to calm down a little bit because it's about to get juicier. So I can't take the same energy over there. I gotta reduce my speed a little bit, okay? So bear with me, okay? Just bear with this, brother, okay? Excuse me. Moses. Let me add one more thing to this because I want you to see something here. I want you to see something here. Okay, so Moses, all right? Moses had a grandnephew. which would have been Aaron's son, because Moses' parents it was Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. There were 3 kids that came from that union. And Aaron had a son by the name of, I think, Eliezer, who had a son by the name of Phineas. Okay? And this story picks up in Numbers 25. Because you can see the same spirit again. But now you're going to see it in the grandchildren. And this Phineas, well, at the time, the children of Israel were leaving their wives to go over to Moabite and get themselves women over there and sleeping with them. And as a result of that, a plague came amongst Israel. Excuse me. Well, anyway, while Phineas and some other, the priests, those was at the temple praying, asking God to have mercy on Israel and to remove this plague, this Israelite and his Moabite woman was just moseying along to his tent to go have sexual relations. And Phineas saw this. And while they're getting it on, it says that Phineas, who was zealous for the Lord, became angry and ran to the tent of this Israelite who was making love with this Moabite woman and took his javelin and ran it through them. Numbers 25:11. Hold on. You're from the lineage of Moses, the Levites. Yes. And here it is, the spirit is popping up again. The spirit of anger to the extent they cannot control, where this man, just like his grand uncle Moses, took the life of another person. How many friends, family members you have right now in prison? Because the spirit of anger, the spirit of impatience diverted their destiny to the prison. How many friends or family, when the spirit of suicide came on them, they were fighting depression. Depression became the boot camp, preparing them for the ultimate suicide fiasco. But yet you will sit down and listen to super fools. Oh, I don't believe in no spirit of this and no spirit of that and no spirit of this. Jesus said in the New Testament how this man came to Jesus and says, Jesus, my son, have a dumb spirit. What do you mean you have a dumb spirit? If you can't talk, you can't talk. He said, no, I understand why. Because clearly if you have a dumb spirit, I mean, the boy used to talk before, because the word dumb there means he couldn't speak. He said, my son have a dumb spirit. But even while Jesus was casting the spirit out, he says, you dumb and deaf spirit, meaning that the same spirit, one spirit, was behind why the boy couldn't hear and why the boy couldn't speak. The Bible say in 2 Timothy 1:7, God did not give you the spirit of what? Of what? Fear. Fear is a spirit. Proverbs, I think 17 somewhere, but it talks about the spirit of humility and also a haughty or a arrogant spirit. You following me? You follow me? 1 Kings chapter 19, I believe let's talk about a lying spirit. Yeah. But here is the question. Can we see them? No, we can't see them. No. So how do? We just label them. He's just an angry man. This man just angry. Just a lustful man. No. And those spirits don't just come around because they have nothing else to do. They came to divert the destiny of that person. Just like they did with Brother Moses, who had a meek spirit. The book of Timothy speaks about the spirit of truth as well as the spirit of error. Isaiah speaks about the spirit of sorrow. Can you see them? No, Mr. Ewing. I know you can't see them. But are they having great impact on you? Yes, but I cannot see them.